getting out of this deal? I mean, all right, I'll marry you, and what do I get? You're not gonna cook for me. You're not gonna give me the pussy when I want it. What's in it for me? These niggas are dumb. I'm gonna marry you anyway. I'm gonna marry you anyway. You the one for me, cause my mama liked you. Read on, bro.
For shall the work say of him that made it, he made me not?
Right, that's a so-called white man. Who made all these nations? The Heavenly Father. So you can't tell him nothing. See, the so-called white man, 2/3 of our own people too. Yeah. Y'all think y'all could counsel the Heavenly Father, and he's the counselor. But you think you're gonna counsel him?
Yeah, right.
How do we know this? Because you try to counsel us, and we're speaking his words. Yeah. You can't counsel the Heavenly Father. Matter of fact, somebody get me that my ways are higher than your ways.
Isaiah 55.
God, that's a spirit. Bring that up.
Isaiah 55 and 8. For my thoughts are not your thoughts.
The Lord's thoughts ain't your thoughts. First of all, who gave you thoughts? Or what you think are thoughts? Who gave that to you? The Heavenly Father gave that to you. He created you. Your thoughts are not my thoughts. Go on. Go on.
Oh, yeah.
Shalom.
For my thoughts are not your thoughts, neither are your ways my ways.
Neither are your ways the Lord's ways. Your ways is thinking that the woman is over you. When these broads talk about equality, really what they want is to be over you, man. Call it what it is. You think being a homosexual is righteous. That's not the ways of the heavenly. That's not the way the Lord created things. You made it that way with your wickedness, following behind the so-called white man, Esau. All right, after you finish, you come with it. Read on.
Verse 9. For as the heavens are higher than the earth, so are my ways higher than your ways.
Right, see how the heavens are high? Look at the heavens. As the heavens are higher than the earth, so are the Heavenly Father's ways higher than our ways. Go on.
And my thoughts than your thoughts.
Go on.
Verse 10.
That's it on that.
You got like Jake that try to figure out the Most High.
Yeah.
You know, they try to figure out the ways of the Most High, but how they can't even understand the things that's on earth. But yeah, they want to figure out things that's in heaven. You know, they don't understand.
That's a nigga for you.
They don't understand how their cell phone works.
You know what proves that, bro? We out there teaching the scriptures, right? This is a nigga. Like you read the scripture, you're teaching. You're reading, you're teaching. Read a passage. Let's read any passage you see there.
Then said Ezekiel unto Isaiah, good is the word of the Lord which thou hast spoken.
Yeah, brother. See, I see you reading that Bible. You brothers know that Bible very well. Yeah. But have you read the book of Enoch, though? The nigga don't know nothing about this, but he wants to first talk to some other book. And you know he ain't read that book either.
Exactly.
Because niggas don't read.
Yeah. I got the
I'm a what, yo?
Reading is like kryptonite to a nigga.
Yeah. Well, they can't read.
Yeah.
Brother, we went to school with these niggas. Remember in school?
Yo,
and they hold the class up, man. You get upset.
Yeah.
Nigga. And then the fucking teacher there, she egging him on. All right, come on, you're doing it. No, he's not.
It'd be lunchtime. You gotta wait till you finish.
No. It's always a nigga too. You know?
Yeah.
And you sitting there all fucking night. You don't know what the hell he's reading. He done lost you miles a long time ago.
You sleeping?
Sleeping. Like there, what the fuck are you reading?
It's time to go on lunch.
The teacher asks you, like, what was he talking about? I don't understand what the fuck he was saying.
Dude,
so she asked you.
All I know is I mean, what the fuck? You know? That's you niggas.
Yeah.
That's you niggas, man. Read on.
This is 2nd Ezra chapter 4 verse 21. For like as the ground is given unto the wood.
You got to blow my
Okay. 2nd Ezra chapter 4 verse 21. For like as the ground is given unto the wood and the sea to his floods, even so they that dwell upon the earth may understand nothing but that which is upon the earth. And he that dwelleth above the heavens.
It says Most High give him what that is on earth, because they can't even understand the things on the earth. You know, like how trees grow. How, you know, why trees? I mean, why plants have green pigment? Those are the basic things. But they can't even explain that. They can't even explain how their body works. But yet they're trying to figure out how the Most High function. You know, if God created man, who created the Most High? Well, the Most High, he don't function like man function. You know, Most High doesn't have created.
You know what, man? You know what niggas be doing? They be trying to skip kindergarten and go straight to fourth year in college.
Exactly.
No, fuck that. They try to skip kindergarten and go to graduate school. These niggas, and you can't even break down kindergarten. You don't even know how to thumb paint.
Exactly.
You know, ABC. But that's higher grade for a nigga. That's why a lot of you niggas don't want to get into coming to the truth too, because coming to the truth requires you to read. But you know what? If you were right in the spirit, we'll teach you how to. We have brothers that came in and know how to read. Now they're out there reading. A brother will take time out and teach a brother how to read. That's being brotherly. You know, because not everybody knew how to read. If you're a brother, you're reading. We ain't getting on y'all, brothers. Just for the, all right. But if you on that level, brothers will teach you how to. We've done it, man. Yeah. But the nigga ain't amongst us no more. That nigga couldn't even read or write. Now he writing, talking shit about brothers and shit. And now he's a scoffer now. But who taught you how to spell, nigga? Now he's a scoffer. He said, go figure. You got it, bro.
And he that dwelt above the heavens may only understand the things that are above the height of the heavens.
That's right. So you gotta stay within your circle, pretty much.
I'll jump up to verse 11. How should the vessel then be able to comprehend the way of the highest, and the world being now utterly corrupted, to understand the corruption that is evident in my sight?
Yeah, so read that one more time.
Verse 11. How should thy vessel then be able to comprehend the way of the highest?
Right. How can a vessel comprehend the way of the highest? Go ahead.
And the world being now utterly corrupted, to understand the corruption that is evident in my sight.
Right. They can't understand what's here.
Right.
You know, every day people get into cars and go to work, but they don't know how that car function.
Right.
You know, they watch the TV or they watching stuff on their phone. You don't know how that works, but yet try to understand the things that's above. You know, because wisdom, as in Proverbs, the 1st chapter, it says wisdom belongs unto the Most High, and each invention, that wisdom was given to them by the Most High. You know, whether it be a television, whether it be the concept of the missile, all these inspirations came from the Most High. Just like to understand the scriptures, all came from the Most High. You can't receive wisdom on your own. It comes from up above. You got it?
Yeah, this is Proverbs 1 and 2. To know wisdom and instruction, to perceive the words of understanding.
Isaiah 54:16.
You want to read it again?
Yeah, go ahead, read it again.
All right, Proverbs 1 and 2. To know wisdom and instruction, to perceive the words of understanding.
Right.
All right. To receive the instruction of wisdom, justice and judgment and equity. All right. To give subtlety to the simple, to the young man knowledge.
Right.
And
to give subtlety to the simple, and it says the young man knowledge.
Yes, I'm gonna read it again.
Right.
To the young man knowledge and discretion.
Go ahead.
All right. A wise man will hear and will increase learning, and a man of understanding shall attain unto wise counsels.
Okay, that's what it says. Wisdom comes from the Most High. That's what I want.
I gotta find it. All right.
What you got?
This is Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 7. I'll start at verse 22. For wisdom, which is the worker of all things, taught me. For in her is an understanding spirit, holy, one only, manifold, subtile, lively, clear, undefiled, plain, not subject to hurt.
Right, talking about these scriptures. Go ahead.
Loving a thing that is good, quick, which cannot be lettered, ready to do good, kind to man, steadfast, sure, free from care, having all power, overseeing all things, and going through all understanding, pure and most subtle spirits. For wisdom is more moving than any motion, passeth and goeth through all things by reason of her pureness.
Yeah, only the elect is going to have those traits.
Got that?
All the traits that the brother just read, only the elect is going to acquire those. Because like the brother's going into, wisdom is a gift of the Most High. And who did he bestow that gift onto? The elect of the nation of Israel. All right? The men that you see out here on the highways and byways forsaking their lives to push the word. You so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, and Mexicans, the elect amongst y'all is the one that comes back to your nationality and calls upon the name of the Lord. That's who the Most High bestows wisdom upon. All right? I got a quick precept. This is Proverbs chapter 24, verse 7. It says, wisdom, all those traits that the brother just read, is too high for a fool. All those traits, all those qualities that the brother just read is too high for a nigga or a spick. You niggas that put weed over your family, put drugs over your family, sell your family out over drugs and money. You
punch your mothers in the face and your fathers, you know, hitting, which that's a big penalty for that in the scriptures. I'm bringing that up because the brothers bring up these niggas what they do for drugs. I personally know a nigga now. He went and punched his mother in the face, man, to get money, you know? Nigga 30 years old. That's a nigga. The brother's going into. I just had to put that up.
Yeah. And the list goes on and on about the shit, the low-life shit niggas and spicks would do. All right? So it says, wisdom is too high for a fool. He openeth not his mouth in the gate, because he's not the one that's spewing out knowledge. The Lord's statutes, commandments, and the wisdom of the scriptures. And all the quality and traits that the brother just read.
You got that?
Yeah, I got Sirach 1:1. All wisdom cometh from the Lord.
Right, there you go. It said all wisdom cometh from the Lord. So wisdom, it says all, not just one area of wisdom. It said all wisdom comes from the Most High. The breakdown of the scriptures, that come from the Most High. Even to these inventions, comes from the Most High. Go ahead.
All wisdom cometh from the Lord, and is with him forever.
And it's with him forever. Because with the Most High, he gives his wisdom, but he gives it as pretty much, he lends it to fulfill his purpose. And the Most High could take it away. Let's go to Proverbs 2:6.
It's Proverbs chapter 2, verse 6.
You got Isaiah?
For the Lord giveth wisdom.
For the Lord giveth wisdom. Go ahead.
Out of his mouth cometh knowledge and understanding.
Out of his mouth cometh knowledge and understanding. So understanding is given from the Most High. Is it more? You see what 7 said?
Yeah, you lay up that sound wisdom for the righteous.
Yeah, you can read that.
Alright. Verse 7. He layeth up sound wisdom for the righteous. He
right.
is okay.
Now the righteous is referencing towards the elect. So they the righteous. Go ahead.
He is a buckler to them that walk uprightly.
A buckler is a tool of defense. It's a shield. So wisdom is a shield unto the elect. Go ahead.
He keepeth the paths of judgment and preserveth the way of his saints.
Right. Preserve means to keep to himself. So he protects them. So he say he preserves his saints. Like in Houston. See well, Mother Jakes getting fucked up in Houston, but what happened? Them Jake that was teaching the word, praying to the Most High and fasting, the Most High preserved them. He put a shield over them. Go ahead.
Then shalt thou understand righteousness and judgment and equity, yea, every good path.
All right, so let's go.
This is Isaiah chapter 34, verse 16.
54, 16.
Took you out of it?
No, 54, 16. We get Isaiah 54, 16.
This is Isaiah chapter 54, verse 16. Behold, I have created the smith that bloweth the coals in the fire.
Right, it says, I created the smith that bloweth the coals in the fire. What's a smith? A smith was a man specialized in making weapons. So he said, I created that smith. Now, the modern day smith is talking about the scientists. And the Most High, he opened up the minds of these physics, a guy named Otto Hahn and Fritz Strawman, they come up with the concept of nuclear fission. And through that nuclear fission, they came up to the first atomic weapons. Go ahead, read again from the top.
Isaiah 54:16. Behold, I have created the smith that bloweth the coals in the fire.
So the Most High said, I create the smiths, meaning that weapon, the inspiration of the weapon came from him. So the weapons belong to the Most High. Go ahead.
That bloweth the coals in the fire, and that bringeth.
That's what they will do. They'll take the blacksmith will take he'll take a metal, put into a furnace, and then when it reaches a certain temperature, he'll take it out and he will smite it. Because the word smith derives from the word smite. So he'll take that metal and he will smite it and shape whatever tool he was crafting. But this smith is talking about the German physics. So the Most High said he created that scientist. He gave him the inspiration. Go ahead.
And that bringeth forth an instrument for his work.
And what's his work? To destroy America. Because America was founded of violence. So therefore Americans gonna go out by violence. But before the Most High destroy this place, he's gonna bring plagues and gonna taunt this place. He's gonna keep taunting and taunting till he burns this place to a crisp. Go ahead.
And I have created the waster to destroy.
That's talking about the missile. Because here it is, they create this missile for their purpose. They thought they're gonna use it to expand the rulership. But it's really for their downfall.
Like brother said, that he made this world, the Lord made this world. He put the Edomites in their position, and he's going to take them out by their wicked thought, their wicked imagination. It says right here, Proverbs chapter 16, verse 4. The Lord have made all things. The Lord have made all things for himself. Yea, even the wicked for the day of evil. So that's what's coming, evil times. So those missiles is a part of the plague of this evil time that's come upon this wicked society.
That's right.
This is Romans chapter 9, verse 21. Hath not the potter power over the clay?
Right, it says, has not the power.
Yeah, Romans 9 and 21. Hath not the potter power over the clay?
Right, the potter is talking about the Most High. The clay represents men. In this case, talking about Esau. Okay? Beginning with, when I say Esau, beginning with the elites, all the way down to the peon. Okay?
Of the same lump to make one vessel unto honor.
To make one vessel unto honor, that vessel unto honor was Jacob. Which is interchangeable with Israel, okay?
And another unto dishonor.
Right, now other unto dishonor, that's Esau. Okay?
Verse 22, what if the Most High willing to shew his wrath?
Well, what if the Most High willing to show his wrath, okay?
And to make his power known.
To make his power known, okay?
Endured with much long suffering.
Right, endured with much long suffering, because the Most High is bound by his word. Because just by taking these people and put them into slavery, they was guilty to even be taken down. But the Most High, what he did was he waited out. As a matter of fact, let me get on Ecclesiastes 8 and 11.
No.
Because the Most High, he'll wait it out. It's good to say how the Most High is long suffering. It's like a. All right, go ahead.
This is Ecclesiastes chapter 8, verse 11. Because sentence against an evil work is not executed speedily. Therefore, the heart of the sons of men is fully set in them to do evil.
Right, so it says, because sentence against an evil work is not executed speedily, therefore the hearts of the sons of men end up to do evil. Because the Most High doesn't react right away. They take it upon themselves to continue their wickedness. Because the way the Lord operates, he'll give a person enough rope to keep feeding them on rope. And at the appointed time, he will kick away this chair and have that person drop and hang on his neck. That's what the Most High did with Esau. He allowed him to accumulate more depth, and the Most High is going to punish him. Just like you see a cop, he can have all the evidence to take down a certain drug dealer, whatever the case may be, but he might wait it out and gather more evidence. So when he bring him in, he could have case on top of case, and have him 20 to life. Whereas give him 5 years, 10 years, he'll come right back out and do the same thing. He'll build the case. That cop will build a case. That's what the Most High do. He built the case, and then, he allowed that debt to accumulate, and then he judge him.
There's still some more here.
Yeah, go ahead.
I'm gonna read it back from the top. It says, what if the Most High, willing to show his wrath and to make his power known, endured with much long suffering?
So not only us is suffering, the Most High is suffering and seeing all the wickedness that's taking place on this earth. So the Most High is suffering because he's bound by his word. He's bound by his prophecies. Go ahead.
It says, with long suffering, the vessels of wrath fitted to destruction.
Yeah, the vessel of wrath fit to destruction. So the Most High, he's suffering just by seeing Esau rule.
Habakkuk chapter 2 verse 3, for the vision is yet for an appointed time, but at the end it shall speak and not lie.
And right now it's speaking. You see the racial tension happening, and it's building up quickly to the race wars. At one point, it wasn't as heavy as it is today. Now everybody hates Esau. You even got Uncle Tom's talking bad about Esau in 2017. So that's how you know we in that time.
But at the end it shall speak and not lie. Though it tarry, wait for it, because it will surely come.
Tarry means to take a long time, but at this point it's not taking long no more. You see that the elect is being sealed. When you get that in Revelation 14. So read that again.
Habakkuk chapter 2 verse 3.
7.
For the vision is yet for an appointed time, but at the end it shall speak and not lie. Though it tarry.
So right now it's speaking. You see things is happening. Most High said he's gonna play his place with storms and tempests. That's what's happening. Speaks about earthquakes. That's what's happening. And he said nations will rise up against nation. That's happening. All right. The microchip. These things is happening. But the microchip is going to be mandatory. It's going to happen on a larger scale. So prophecy is speaking. Go ahead.
Though it tarry, wait for it.
Though it tarry, wait for it. And we've been waiting. The elders been waiting over 20 years. Other brothers been waiting, for 10 years. Elders been teaching this word since I was before.